Hello everybody, welcome back to the Benifab Coding Club. Today we'll spend a little bit more time on animation. Last time we did messaging and event-based. Now we'll see a couple notion of animation. So what is an animation? An animation is a sequence of still picture that you flip through at a quick enough pace so your eye don't see the still picture, it sees motion. So how can we do that in Scratch? First of all, we need a bunch of frame. So if we go costume 1, costume 2, we can do repeat forever, next costume. That should do the trick pretty fast. So we want to wait between what we call the frame, the still image. So we want to wait a certain amount of time, and we want to be able to play with this time a little bit. So we'll do a little wait. And we see here that we have a rather slow animation. Let's try a little bit faster. We can play like that and create movement. A common way to do it is by setting what we call a frame rate, meaning the number of frame of still images per second that you will flip through. In order to do that in Scratch, it's quite simple. Just create a variable called frame rate, and right-clicking on this one, we can play with a slider like that. And we want to wait for the amount of time necessary to do a full 8 frame per second, or a full 28 frame per second. The way to do that is simply to divide 1 for 1 second by the number of frame you want to do per second. So now if I have 28 frame, I can control the speed of my animation with the frame rate variable. Okay, so that is the basic one, and once you have that, you can do absolutely whatever you want. Besides, you can do motion, but you have the animation through the flipping of the frames. It's a 2-frame animation, which is quite basic. So what I suggest, let's go and import the walking bear, which has a full 8-frame walking cycle, and code something similar for it. Let's hide this one. So the same way we use the frame rate, we can use exactly the same formula, and you will see that because you have more frame, it's a lot more fluid in your animation. So next costume, next costume, next costume, like that, over and over. But now let's complicate things a little bit. Let's go and use the background so it's a little bit less boring to look at. There we go. And of course we can play a little bit with the size. Okay. There we go. So we have the walking cycle. Let's say we want to add a couple other frames because the bear won't be only walking. Let's make it stand. I'll call it stand. And let's make it look at us. Look at. Okay, there we go. And I want also to be able to switch between one animation and the other while doing other things. So let's say I want to move it left to right. Let's create a new block called move. And let's say that when I want to move, I will check if I press the left arrow, I'll go left a little bit, left arrow. And if I press the right arrow, I'll go right a little bit by changing the X value. So left minus, let's say 10, and let's change it by 10. So that way I can move my bear like that. Let's set it the movement and point in the right direction too. So 90 degree minus 90 for the left. So I have my bear moving like that, but I want the animation to also work. So can I do that? Not really. And now the new frame kind of come and mess up the animation. So what we'll do, we'll simply have the move and the animation on another block. You can do it in the same loop, but it's clearer if you use function block to do your actions. So animation, what will we do? We'll go and create a variable to let us know which one of the animation we want. We'll call it current animation. And now we'll use this variable to decide which animation to play. So if it's 1, we want to walk. If it's 2, we want to go there. And if it's 3, we want to look at. So simply take it. If else equal to, if my current animation, and there we go. And we can have an if for the last one, even if we don't need it, because it can only be 1, 2, or 3. We'll make sure of it. And now the last two are easy. If it's 3, look at. If it's 2, stand. But the first one, walk. We cannot just do next costume because it will go over and over and over. So what we'll need to be able to do is be able to tell which frame of the walking animation we want to be able to display. So we'll have a frame, and the frame, we'll set it to 0 at the beginning. And every time we go into animation, we will change it by 1. We do the animation, and then we wait the amount of time between each frame. Now, how will we be able to use the frame to set the costume? Well, to switch to a specific costume, we can use a number. So here, frame, change frame. So we have the same. Let's set current animation to 1. It should walk. But we still have the problem that it goes through the 2 last one. But if we set to 2, stand, and 3, look at. Perfect. So now, how can we just go through the first 8 without going to number 9 and 10? We could do something like if frame is more than 8, set it back to 1. That could work, but it would be complicated if we have other animation. And we can also use something really simple called the mod for modulo. And the modulo of a number, let's say 5, modulo, let's say 3, will give you the remainder if you divide the first one by the second one. For example, if I divide 5 by 3, I have a remainder of 2. So that will be the result here. If I have 6, my remainder is 0 because 3 entered perfectly 2 times into 6 and 0. The effect of that, let's say we want to take the first 8 frame. If I do 1 modulo 8, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, because letting enter perfectly, I always have the remainder, 6, 7, frame 7, and if I go to 8, I flip back to 0, 9, 1. So that way I can go through a loop, an infinite loop, 0 through 7, and the only thing I need to add is 1. So if I take my frame number modulo 8, because I have 8 frame in the walking animation, I will only go through those 8 frame. Now, if I change the current animation to 1, it should only walk like that. And with this system, we only need to change the number of the variable current animation in order to change the animation. For example, let's set current animation to 1 if we walk left or right, or if we press space. Let's do the look at, the stand up. So we'll set it to 2. 2. And basically, if there's no key press, and in order to know if there's no key press, let's check if any key is pressed and make sure it's not pressed. So make sure if any key is pressed, so if I press a key, it will be true. Then we'll flip that. So if there's no key pressed, then we'll set it to 3. So that way we have a little animation system. And in the move, we set the correct animation depending on the key press. So should maybe do a quick split it between input, but right now the focus is on the animation, the notion of frame rate, and the use of modulo +1 to go through the correct. So if nothing is pressed, you look at me, space, go up, the bear walk left and right. So I have my little animation system using frame rate. 1 divided by the frame rate gives me the waiting time between each frame, and using a variable to store which animation I should play, and switching to the right costume depending on this animation. Thank you very much. Like and subscribe if you like the content, and don't hesitate to join us live. The link is in the description. Thank you very much. Goodbye.